There was a woman who spoke a word in the Bible. Jezebel stood up and said, let it be done to Elijah what he has done to my prophets. Let it come to pass. And she wrote down the decree. She wanted the head of Elijah the prophet for killing her prophet, because she was a prophetess of Baal. Elijah thought he had escaped. He went and cried to the Lord in fear. The Lord was gracious to him. A prophet went to beg to die. God forbid. A prophet went to beg to die and the Lord heard. Said, okay, no problem. Nizako is okay wasanga. He took him and he replaced him with Elisha. Years later, the spirit of Elijah comes back. He comes back as John the Baptist. Guess what? The words of Jezebel have still been sitting around the earth all these years. The words of Jezebel are still in existence when John the Baptist innocently manifests on the scene. His mother was not told about it. His father had no revelation about it. Maybe himself did not even know that those words were still there. Until the daughter to the king danced her way to the head of John the Baptist. What was coming to pass? A manifestation of the words that Jezebel spoke all those years ago. People forgot about them and life was continuing. But they were still in the spirit because no other word had spoken to challenge them. So they had to come to pass. And lo and behold, the greatest prophet that has ever lived outside of the Lord Jesus, the greatest among them all in the kingdom according to the word of Yeshua himself, John the Baptist, was killed in such a manner. His head was chopped off. A death that the person who's the owner of that spirit was supposed to have died. Elijah the prophet. Someone else came and died to fulfill a negative word of a priestess of Baal. What an error. When you understand the strength of the power of words, you can't be idle with your words. Not on yourself, not on your children, not on your spouse, not on anyone for that matter. Because there are people living today who are suffering because you said something against them. In your anger, you spoke against them. In your wrath, you spoke against them. And sometimes the Lord will make sure they suffer to inconvenience you or to hurt you. Why? You are the one who put them in that cage. So today, think of all those people who could be really suffering and you don't understand. Think of those people who could be injuring you every day because they make mistakes every day to offend you. You may be the reason they're doing that because of the words that you yourself spoke against them. And the Lord is keeping them, irritating you and upsetting you every day to bring you to his presence so that you get the revelation and reverse the words you yourself spoke and bless them. The day you bless them, the day you bless them, even when they don't reverse the words, because you're the one who spoke, you bless them, you begin to notice a change in them. Yes, let me read this. She says, you're right, Ma. Yesterday I learned that in Fiji, some missionaries were massacred. One of them, before dying, spoke against the land. And everything went haywire in that country until the grandchildren to the missionaries were located. Go and speak a blessing. Simple. The power of words. So it's either you go in the courts of heaven by the mercy of the Lord if you don't know who spoke. And you go in reverse. Or you go and apologize. Or you find the one who's cursed you. Or you pray that wherever they are, if you don't know them, they speak a different word. Because if they speak, it doesn't matter whether you speak or not. It will be undone, just like in Monica's case. Why? They're the ones who release the curse. They're the ones who've been cursing you. So when they speak a blessing, they'll cancel what they spoke themselves against you. Ask the Lord, forgive me for negative words. And pray, Lord, every negative word on my life and every negative word I've sent on anyone else, I disempower it today. Because you can't ask the Lord to bless you, but out there you're killing other people's destinies. You want him to bless you, but on the other hand, people are dying because of your negative words on them. People are losing their businesses. People are losing their marriages. They are suffering because of you. No, sir. You have to balance out this side. As it says, forgive us our trespasses as we forgive. It's a two-way system.